How to handle unloving parents. Now, I'd say there's no proper way to handle unloving parents because anything that you got going on, they always gonna have something to say about it because they living in a timeline where what they had to go through was go to school, go to work, or go to college, and then live 9 to 5 for the rest of their life. But now, when you have something and what your goal is different from theirs, now they have something to say about it. They want you to do it this way, follow their footsteps, and if it doesn't go that way, then either there's gonna be consequences or you just can't stay where you're at with them no more. And I feel like everybody has went through that type of situation with their parents. They had their dreams, they had their aspirations, their parents was constantly on their ass about not doing it their way, and by them, getting out the mud in a different way, now their parents have something to say about it. And there's no proper way to handle that situation, right? Because at the end of the day, it's gonna constantly be arguments, it's gonna constantly be situations that lead to either getting kicked out or just, constant bickering. And at the end of the day, it's either gonna work or it's not, right? Whatever you got going on, and obviously you want it to work, no matter what you got, no matter what nobody says, right? Including your parents. You literally have to outwork your parents at this point because all they're gonna try to do is put you down, and you obviously don't want to be a part of that negative energy anymore. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna obviously get out of that negative energy because it may seem like it's not the best situation at the time, but it's definitely gonna benefit you in the long run, right? Because they always gonna hate on you until it actually works, right? They only come around when things are actually successful in your life. So by preventing all that from happening, just exclude yourself from the situation, right? If you gotta get up out of there, do what you gotta do. If you gotta live with a family member or a friend that hopefully can take you in, just do what you gotta do, right? Because the last thing you want is your parents to try to choose your future for you, right? Everybody had parents that wanted to choose a future for them, and they have to figure it out the hard way why they can't let that happen to them, right? Me personally, I had to figure it out the hard way because I had goals and aspirations, and by me living in my previous household with my parents, it was never going to work. Constantly bickering, constantly just arguments. It's led to me just wanting to exclude myself from the situation. There are times where I wanted to get out a long time, but I couldn't do it because mentally I didn't know what my next plan or my next step was going to be. So what I did was just stay there for a little while longer, try to work things out, but it was never going to change. So I ended up moving with my friend for the time being, and then now I'm at doing campus now until May. Then I'm gonna move in with my aunt, right? So that it just goes to show you that to get where you want to be, you got to make sacrifices. You got to make decisions. You got to do whatever it takes because the last thing I want for anybody is to have their parents, dictate their lives for them. Right? It's 2025. We're all getting older, not younger, and we don't want anvils. We don't want weight on our shoulders. We don't want nobody telling us what to do. If it's not gonna benefit you. If it's not benefiting you, then why listen to that? Why allow that negativity? Because once it gets into your head mentally, then spiritually and physically, you're gonna feel like you're less than. Right? And the one thing you don't want to do is always let your parents win. Right? Because they created you, but they not you. And then you already know what's best for yourself. You already know what's going to take to get to where you want to be. To get where you want to be, everyone has to make decisions. It's going to be life-changing decisions that are going to benefit you in the future. Whether it's you doing content, whether it's you, your career, anything you want to do is also gonna inspire, just take away from your parents' dream, right? And it's always gonna be for the best every time, because you already know what you want to do in life. You already know what the end goal is for your book, for your journey, and you obviously refuse to let your parents dictate that. So exclude yourself from the situation, and then 2 or 3 years later down the line, you're gonna see that it all worked out, and that obviously you was right and they was wrong. It's not always about proving them wrong. It's all about proving yourself right. And proving yourself right, you gotta make decisions that's gonna be for the greater good. Gonna come with an opportunity cost, but at the end of the day, you already know what's going for yourself. So by doing it by any means possible, the results gonna come slowly but surely. It's all about staying true to yourself, staying true to your decisions, staying true to your ambition, and always having that mindset that this is gonna work no matter what. Once those 3 things is locked into your mind, how can you lose? And most importantly, having people that understand where you're coming from, but want the best for you, right? It's not always about, disrespecting your parents, because you're not disrespecting anybody. You just let them know that this goal that I have in life is going to work whether you say it's not or it is. Because at the end of the day, you already know what's best for yourself. And having supportive people in your corner that's going to see it through to the very end is the people you want to be a part of. So always stay true to your dreams. Always stay true to your aspirations. No matter who says what, you know it's going to work no matter what.